The NFL is hating what the Buffalo Bills are doing. I mean, they're just way too good, and they played a Carolina Panthers team that was missing Bryce Young. Even if they had Bryce Young, I just don't think they were going to be able to stop this offense. And look at this play here, as we're going to get two lead blockers here with our fullback and our tight end motioning from the right to the left. But James Cook is one of the best running backs in football, and man, is he just scary. So first of all, we're going to do a good job opening up a gap right here. We're also going to utilize our tight end off the edge, and then we're going to use our full lead blocker out of the backfield, right? Now, acts like he's going to go to the outside. Look at the one cut ability here by James Cook. Plants that foot into the ground, but what it does is it forces this safety to come down at a weird approach, and when we cut this thing up the field, we completely send him in the wrong direction, and boom, there goes James Cook. Great blocking down the field. Is that Tyrell Shavers? I'm not really too sure, but this was an easy touchdown for James Cook in the offense. I mean, unbelievable. 65-yarder. Love it. Now, we're going to break down a ton of film from this game, a lot more defense and offense. But before we really dive into the video, do me a big favor, guys. Comment down below P2 if you guys want an all 22 coaches version with the film. And with that being said, let's just dive right into today's video. And then Epanessa had one of my favorite plays of the game. So the first thing we're going to notice, they're going to try to set up this screen. Now, once he sees this offensive lineman, the left tackle specifically, kind of let him go through and start getting out to the left, he knows this is a quick screen to the wide receiver. So instead of rushing the quarterback, and this is where the edge rushers make a mistake, they just want to get to the quarterback, but he reads the left tackle. He isn't trying to block him at all, so he understands something fishy is going on to the left side of the field. He plays the passing lane instead of getting to the quarterback, right? And he reads it like a book, snags that thing out of midair. Andy Dalton must have expected him to just go straight at him, but he didn't. Played the passing lane absolutely perfectly, intercepts this thing, makes him miss an open space, and ultimately gets down to, I believe, the 1 yard line that ultimately set up a nice little Josh Allen touchdown, which we'll show it here. Obviously, nice little tush push. I was hoping for a Dolph Kincaid touchdown, but they said, you know what, we'll just keep the ball in our quarterback's hands. One of the most, I think he might have the most touchdowns in the NFL this year. But easy little push in. You got that fullback, really strong, just really pushing him through there. So, great pick by Epanessa, setting up the offense for an easy touchdown at the 1 yard line. Before we get into one of my favorite plays of the game, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. Most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed. It is free. Doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Bills throughout the entirety of the season. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns. We've got you guys covered. Comment down below P2 for even more breakdowns. Again, we will be coming out with a part 2 with some all 22 coaches film. As long as you guys want to see it, we've got you guys covered. But let's dive into one of my favorite plays of the game. Another really good play by the offense here. We're kind of going to slide our offensive line in this direction. We're going to send Dawson Knox, I believe that's Dawson Knox, could be Kincaid, out to the flats, and we're going to run this little hitch route over the middle of the field. We're just seeing how they come out. We're going to see them kind of send this edge, boom, free rusher. Now, look at Josh Allen. He is looking towards the tight end in the flats to move this guy down, right? And we also have this little hitch route, this little stop route for Shakir. But notice where he puts the ball, on the outside shoulder. Usually the quarterback tells the receiver which way to turn by placing the ball somewhere, right? So if it's on his inside shoulder, he's going to want to break this thing this way, right? If he puts it on the outside shoulder, we're going to want to turn it up that way. The reason Josh Allen places it there is because you see this guy coming to the inside shoulder. So if we put it out here, we give him space to turn up the right sideline. So this is a genius play by Josh Allen. Genius play by Josh Allen. Boom. Now we have separation. And guess what? Great blocking by Elijah Moore. And ultimately, Khalil Shakir goes all the way in for a touchdown. This is and was one of my favorite plays of the game, man. These guys really know what they're doing. And by the early third quarter, this game was pretty much done for the most part. Took care of business. Monday Night Football is going to be amazing tonight, and I had a couple of picks for you guys, so we could potentially over 1,000x our money. With the sleeper app, I've been having so much fun using it, and guys, really quickly, if you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match deposit with your first deposit, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 in bonus funds. I mean, just take that alone and use it, right? It's amazing. But let's go through some of my picks. I'm going to start off with Bijan. I like Bijan today to just get a lot of passes. I think Buffalo's going to go up early. So let's look at his line of 115.5 rushing and receiving yards. And I'm going to go more than just 100. I think he's going to catch the football a ton in this football game. I also like Josh Allen rushing, but I'm going to keep it at 25.5. Go more than 25. I think that's fair. The Chicago Bears run defense is not very good at all. We're going to go to rushing yards, and I'm going to put it at 50, more than 50 rushing yards. I think that's another one that's pretty fair, one more. I want to go Kyle Pitts. Darnell Mooney, I believe, is out today. I could be wrong, but 25 receiving yards more than I feel like is pretty fair. So Bijan, rush receiving, Josh Allen rushing, Jacory 50, Kyle Pitts 25 plus. I feel like that's fair. If you put 20, you can win 50. Obviously, you can put a lot more. I like playing really safe, but if you really want to go for the moon, you guys can. Let me know in the comments down below. And again, use promo code DUBS. Get that free match deposit. You'll get up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. So make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. And again, code DUBS. Now, I was really impressed with the defense. AJ Epanessa, Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, even though he did miss the majority of this game with a bicep injury. Let me know in the comments how he's doing. But you're going to see Greg Rousseau kind of get double-teamed here off the edge. But his work ethic, his high motor is something that makes him one of the best edge rushers in football. And as they send that double team, right, 5-man scat slide right, they make sure to double him. But again, he gets pushed all the way back. Andy Dalton decides to step up in the pocket, but watch how he never gives up on the play. And Andy Dalton at this point has no idea anyone's even chasing him. Boom, we pop the ball out from the backside, and Christian Benford gets a nice, easy recovery there for the defense. Great job. And this is, man, Carolina driving down the field, right? Driving down the field. They could get a little bit of momentum, especially with the touchdown on this drive. They could take the lead in this game. Also, looks like Ed Oliver was being held like crazy. Maybe not. A little bit, though. I will say a little bit. But great job by Greg Rousseau, man. Let's go. Love that play. All right, another big-time play here by the defense. Offensive line is going to be in a 5-man scat slide right with man-to-man to the left. Now, essentially, because we're rushing 5, it leaves everyone in man. So we're going to boom, boom. Now, Ed Oliver, you see him standing up here. We're going to see this right guard kind of stumble on the foot of the center, fall backwards, and because of that, and because we're covering up the center, we're going to get a free lane to the quarterback. And man, you do not want to see Ed Oliver running at you if you're a quarterback. If you're Andy, it don't matter who you are. You don't want to see Ed Oliver full speed right into the face. Throws him down. Great job of Ed Oliver taking advantage of a big mistake by the offense. Again, they just get a little bit hooked up together on the feet. And just like that, the Bills get an easy sack. I mean, the defense was everywhere early in this game, and they did a really good job generating pressure, sacks, turnovers. I thought they played amazing. Another one we could show you here briefly is a 22 personnel James Cook touchdown to put the nail in the coffin. Again, you got two backs in the backfield, 2 tight ends. That's 22 personnel. The first number is always going to represent running backs. Second number always represents tight ends. If you guys didn't know personnel, we're going to toss this thing out to the outside. And again, we just want to utilize our lead blocker here, man. We love this dude, and the reason why is he is a beast, right? I mean, James Cook follows him, makes the guy miss, and he's gone, right? Just like that. So simple. James Cook is probably a top 2 back in the NFL. Am I crazy for saying that? You guys let me know. But we're going to end the video here. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in part 2, which should be very, very soon. Peace.